Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I have a really juicy topic. If you followed us for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about things like emotional eating, things you can do instead of eating emotionally, some simple swaps. And today I want to dive into mindful eating, otherwise known as intuitively eating. And I really want to share with you what it's all about and how it can actually help you with your health, your weight loss, your wellness, and really just want to bring attention to this topic that I think we don't know a lot about. We're not informed about it. And so let's dive in and really discuss, why am I even talking about mindful eating anyway, right? Well, it is a wonderful question. And I find that in today's fast paced society in our world, we eat more out of convenience rather than nutrition. We eat for instant gratification, to feel good, to stuff a feeling, to make ourselves feel better, whatever that is for you. And we focus more on that than it seems we do on the long-term health benefits. And no, I know that not everybody falls into this category. I'm speaking mainly to the masses here. Um, but I really want you to just think about, imagine learning a new way of eating slowly in which you experience the taste, the textures, the smell of your food rather than eating it in the car on the way to take your kids to school or snacking on the go or just wolfing it down because you have to. Eating is not a means to an end. And I think a lot of times we think of it that way. So I really want to help you slow down and eat mindfully because it's a game changer. I can help you see the food as medicine that not only nourishes your whole system, but it also tastes delicious. And so let's talk. What is mindful eating? Well, first of all, mindful eating is really taking the time to honor your food by choosing high quality, organic food if you desire, preparing it with care, and eating it slowly and mindfully, and really engaging your senses to enjoy it. It's allocating a quiet time, enough time to prepare and really enjoy eating the meal without rushing or multitasking at the same time. And I'm going to kind of go off on a tangent here. I'm a real big advocate in my family of us eating dinner together around the table. And no, it cannot happen every night of the week with, kids being in sports and activities and us having meetings and everything. But I think it's really important to set a goal. We would like to have a meal together this number of times per week because it's a great time to connect as a family. There have been so many studies done that have shown the impact that this has on mental health of children. It reduces drug abuse. There are just so many positive benefits. And I think we as a society have gotten so caught up in doing all of the things and keeping up with all of the people that we have kind of neglected this part of our family unit. And so I'd really encourage you to make dinner time a priority in your family. And again, you don't have to do it every night. I don't think that's realistic, but do what you can. Um, and so back to mindful eating. um, it's really, mindful eating is really a way of saying to yourself, I respect my body enough to be mindful of what I put into it and the way that I eat. And the reason I brought up the dinner table tangent, if you will, is because we model this. We model this for our kids. If we're sitting, at the table and we're looking at our phones or we're watching TV, we're showing them that it's how you do it. And I don't know about you, but I want my kids to know how to eat mindfully. I want them to learn to pay attention to their bodies. I want them to know how to have a conversation around the table. And so not only are we respecting our bodies enough as the parents, but we're modeling that for our kids. Okay. And so really it's being present with your food and the way that you eat it. And furthermore, around the table, because how you do one thing is how you do a lot of things. And so if you're able to be fully present with your meal, your food around the table with your family, it's going to show up in other areas of your life. I promise you. So when I work with clients, they oftentimes find that eating mindfully really helps them to do a lot of things. It helps them to sense intuitively when they're full. We talk about honoring our hunger and fullness here instead of eating to the point of needing to unbutton your pants. They get more satisfaction from eating. They develop a healthy relationship with food, which is so important. They see food as medicine and something that can really be more than just fuel because there's so many properties that food has. They discover new taste and textures, which is exciting. They improve digestion, which leads to less gas and bloating, and that's huge for your overall system. Regulates bowel movements, which is important for getting those toxins out of our body. We don't want to carry those toxins in our body. We want them to be released. We can discover food sensitivities, which is powerful. I had a client I worked with who had no idea that she was intolerant or sensitive to pineapple until we worked together. And so that was really insightful for her to know how her body responded to certain foods. It's a powerful lesson, and it's been a big part of my journey as well. And you can create healthy habits that enliven you or in alignment with your goals. And I think that's really powerful. I think that's a missing piece in so many programs out there. So how do you know if it's time for you to eat mindfully? I think this is a really great question. It's going to vary from person to person. But if you answer yes to any of these questions, it's time to start practicing it. So if you get bloated after eating, absolutely. If you scoff down your food like there is no tomorrow and it's going away, absolutely. If you eat just to feel full or to stuff a feeling and you don't enjoy the taste, you know it. If you eat to numb out, that's what I did. If you want to learn to enjoy healthy food, if you feel bloated easily, if you gain weight easily, and if you crave sugary or starchy foods, these are all indicators that it's time to start eating mindfully, as well as having difficulty focusing or having a foggy brain. If you feel lethargic after you eat, if you have allergies or hay fever, if you feel addicted to eating foods that are not good for you, but you can't stop, you tend to gain weight easily, especially in your belly. And finally, you have extra pounds that won't come off with diet and exercise. These are all indicators that mindful eating would be of benefit to you, okay? So you might wonder, okay, Melissa, I've heard you, I have some of the things, what do I do now? Well, as a health coach and in my practice, I help clients discover what triggers them to overeat or to binge eat or to go for the things they know that they don't want to eat or that don't make them feel good. And I lead them through a step-by-step process on how to learn to eat mindfully and learn to eat for their unique body type. So if you answered yes to any of those symptoms above, I would love for you to click on the link that I'm going to put in the show notes here for us to do what's called a complimentary coffee chat. And really, it's just an opportunity for us to talk, for me to learn more about you, maybe what you've tried, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and see if mindful eating is something that I could be of support with you too in your life, because it's super, super important. So I would love to help you understand how mindful eating can help you get unstuck and find freedom, because that's what I do. I help women get unstuck and find freedom so that they can be calm, confident, and at peace. And I'd love to help you get started. So I'll put the link in the show notes below. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you next week. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out. Shoot me an email, shoot me a message on Facebook. I'm there as Happy Healthy Mama, and I can't wait to talk to you. Bye.